Steve Weisman here in the NFL Network newsroom with some breaking news just in. Chiefs running back Kareem Hunt has been released immediately by the team after a video surfaced showing Hunt pushing and kicking a woman in a Cleveland hotel back in February. Now, Hunt was sent home early from the Chiefs practice facility shortly after this video was published on Friday. According to Cleveland police, no arrests were made in the incident, and Hunt has not been charged. According to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, neither the NFL or the Chiefs had seen the video before it was released today. Now, the Chiefs released this statement just moments ago. Earlier this year, we were made aware of an incident involving running back Kareem Hunt. At that time, the National Football League and law enforcement initiated investigations into the issue. As part of our internal discussions with Kareem, several members of our management team spoke directly to him. Kareem was not truthful in those discussions. The video released today confirms that fact. We are releasing Kareem immediately. And for more on this story, we welcome in Rap Sheet Ian Rappaport, who has been following this throughout the evening. And this has developed quickly, Ian, from the commissioner exempt list now to being released by the Kansas City Chiefs. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, and this really is the culmination of several months of investigation and then several months of waiting. The NFL and the Chiefs both looked into this incident, which happened in the spring, as, by the way, did Cleveland PD, and they decided not to press charges. My understanding is they closed their investigation, and while the NFL kept theirs open in case new evidence came to light, and in fact it did. This video, which TMZ released earlier today, obviously now reminiscent of the Ray Rice situation from a couple years back. Neither the NFL nor the Chiefs had actually viewed this video. The NFL went to the hotel, who said it was their corporate policy not to give it to anybody but law enforcement. They would only give it the video to law enforcement. They went to the police, who were not helpful, and that was how the NFL kept it. They kept working. They kept trying. They tried to talk to some of the alleged victims in this assault case. They did not respond to several requests, so it essentially stayed open until this video was released earlier today. At that point, the NFL put Kareem Hunt on the commissioner's exempt list, removing him from the field until his legal situation was handled just from an NFL side, since obviously the police were not going to charge him. And then the Chiefs took it out of their hands even further, announcing that they are releasing their star running back and one of the best running backs in the NFL because he was not truthful to them when they asked him many of these questions several months ago.
Yeah, this is a guy who led the league in rushing as a rookie last year, more than 1,300 yards. I read your tweet about 10 minutes ago that was saying that he was getting released, and then you said, wow, did it surprise you that the Chiefs released him so quickly?
It surprised me, but understanding why they released him, I can now kind of understand it a little better. If there's one thing that teams simply do not tolerate, it's if players lie to them. And we saw a situation with the 49ers and Reuben Foster a couple days ago. They set up a list of guidelines for him. He didn't follow them, and then when they tried to get in touch with him, they couldn't get in touch with him, so they released him. Similar situation here. The Chiefs, who do have another player, of course, Tyreek Hill, who was found guilty of a assault, a domestic violence incident in college. They gave him a second chance, and by all accounts, he has fulfilled some of the obligations and some of the promise that they allowed him to fulfill. Not the case here with Kareem Hunt. They asked him several questions. He lied to them, and they decided because of that, at the very least, while his legal situation played out, they were going to waive him, and so he goes on waivers, and that was able to be claimed by any team.
Now, in college, Hunt was suspended for the first 2 games of his junior year due to a violation of team rules. Do you know of anything else that Hunt has had in terms of issues in Kansas City?
Yes, there was an altercation within the last year, I believe involving Hunt punching someone. The full details are not known, but I also know he was not charged in that incident as well. And obviously you mentioned the red flags in college. That's how someone this talented ends up falling from, probably a first or second round talent all the way to the middle rounds, the third round where the Chiefs ended up getting him. There was baggage, and obviously for the Chiefs and Kareem Hunt, they decided this particular baggage was too much, and they decided to release him.
Obviously, being put on the commissioner exempt list was the last thing that the NFL did. Is there anything else the NFL can do now?
Yeah, the NFL is going to continue its investigation. And obviously, again, the law enforcement investigation has been closed, but the NFL is going to continue. And if he becomes a free agent when he clears waivers, which, given the blowback that the Washington Redskins felt when they claimed Reuben Foster, I would expect Kareem Hunt to go unclaimed as well and become a free agent. Whenever his situation is handled, whenever he gets the suspension that potentially could be coming, then we will see whether or not he's given a second chance. But the NFL is going to continue to investigate his situation.